In 1521-22, when Luther is summoned by the emperor before the council of the Diet of Worms, the city of Worms, he's asked, "Are these your books?" "Yes, Your Highness, they are." "Are these the books of church fathers?" "Yes, Your Highness, they are. I've read several of them and I've taught some of them." "Do your books contradict these books?" "Yes, Your Highness, they do." That means you're a heretic, contradicting what the church fathers have said. Will you recant? If you don't recant, because you are admitting that you're contradicting all what the church theologians have said, you will be excommunicated as heretics. What that means, Luther understands that if he is excommunicated, expelled as a heretic, any Christian in Germany can kill him and will go to heaven for killing a heretic. So he requests for 24 hours to think and pray before answering, and he spends that night in agony and prayer, and 24 hours later he makes his classic statement that I'm not being stubborn, I'm willing to recant if you persuade me from scriptures and plain reason. Now, he doesn't say scripture alone. That is how evangelicalism interprets him. He says, if you persuade me from scriptures and plain reason, I will recant. But if you're not giving me the opportunity to defend myself, I'm paraphrasing him, explain myself, and to question what is wrong with what the church fathers have been teaching, if I'm not allowed to have this freedom of discussion, then I have to be true to my conscience. It is not right, it is not safe to go against one's conscience. And he's referring to what Paul says in Timothy and Titus, that part of true spirituality is a sharp conscience, living according to your conscience. So Paul has already talked about the doctrine of conscience because that's right there from Genesis chapter 3. Adam and Eve have sinned, they're feeling guilty, they're hiding, they're covering themselves. So the conscience is part of what it means to be human beings with moral responsibility. So the doctrine of conscience is developed, which Paul articulates most clearly in his epistles, particularly to Timothy and Titus. So Luther makes it central that no, you are asking me to recant, you're asking me to go against my conscience, and that's not right, that's not safe. Being martyr is preferable, is what he's implying.